everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a film that's been creating quite a buzz recently, No Limit, 2022, directed by David M. Rosenthal. If you're a fan of intense, high-stakes drama with a touch of romance and thrill, you might already know this movie. But if you haven't seen it yet, don't worry, we'll walk you through the entire plot, dive into character analysis, and break down the movie's themes in depth. So, grab some snacks, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Let's begin with a quick overview of No Limit. The film is a French romantic drama with elements of suspense and emotional complexity. It follows the story of a young woman named Justine, who is looking to escape the challenges of her life. She's caught in a whirlwind romance with a man who draws her into the dangerous world of competitive freediving. The movie explores themes of obsession, risk, and the consequences of intense love. It was directed by David M. Rosenthal, and stars Camille Rowe as Justine and Sofiane Zermani as the enigmatic, thrill-seeking actor in her life, whose passion for diving changes their lives forever. No Limit is a visually striking film that mixes gorgeous underwater cinematography with deep emotional turmoil. It's a film that's equally about the thrill of adventure as it is about the tension between love and self-destruction. Critics have praised the performances, particularly Camille Rowe's portrayal of Justine, but opinions about the pacing and character arcs have been mixed. Some people loved the film's intense emotional pull, while others felt it was a bit too slow or overly dramatic. Now let's break down the plot of No Limit in detail. The film opens with Justine, a young woman stuck in a rut. She feels disconnected from her family, her future, and her own aspirations. One of the key aspects of her character is her dissatisfaction with the monotony of her life. She wants something more, something that will push her to the limit. Enter Leo, played by Sofiane Zermani, a charismatic freediving champion who sees Justine as a potential prodigy in the sport. The two meet under unusual circumstances, and Leo's magnetism draws Justine into his world. At first, it seems like a relationship based on pure attraction, but what follows is a deep and complicated bond that begins to consume them both. The relationship between Justine and Leo evolves rapidly. As she becomes more immersed in the world of freediving, her emotional and psychological state starts to shift. Leo, while supportive of Justine's ambitions, is also a man driven by obsession. He pushes her to exceed her limits, both in the water and in their relationship. The tension between them builds throughout the movie, as Justine begins to question whether she's truly pursuing her passion for the sport or simply being manipulated by Leo's overwhelming influence. The film's major conflict is tied to this tension: Justine's journey of self-discovery, her love for Leo, and her fear of drowning in both the sport and the relationship. The plot unfolds with twists, as Justine grapples with the cost of living on the edge and the price of love that pushes her to the extreme. Let's take a closer look at the two central characters, Justine and Leo. Their relationship is the backbone of the story, and understanding each character's motivations and emotional arcs is crucial to understanding the film. Justine is a character looking for purpose. At the start of the film, she's adrift, unsure of who she is or what she wants from life. Camille Rowe gives a strong performance, capturing Justine's inner conflict between wanting to escape her mundane life and the pull of the unknown world Leo introduces her to. As she enters the world of freediving, Justine transforms. The sport pushes her to discover new limits, both physical and emotional, and this gives her a sense of identity and power she lacked before. However, she's constantly torn between the self-doubt of pushing too far and the thrill of breaking boundaries. Justine's internal struggle is the emotional core of the film. Leo, played by Sofiane Zermani, is more mysterious and charismatic. At first, he appears to be a mentor to Justine, a guide into a world of excitement and possibility. But as the movie progresses, it becomes clear that Leo is far more complicated. His obsession with freediving is almost pathological, and he views the sport as an all-consuming passion. Leo pushes Justine to extremes not just in diving but emotionally as well. He's a character full of contradictions. He's caring and supportive one moment, and domineering and manipulative the next. His relationship with Justine is both passionate and suffocating, which creates a deep emotional tension throughout the film. Now, let's explore the main themes of No Limit, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. The film deals with powerful emotions and ideas that elevate it beyond just a romantic drama. Obsession. The theme of obsession is central to the movie, particularly in how it manifests in Justine and Leo's relationship. Both characters are obsessed with breaking through limits, Justine with her desire to find meaning, and Leo with his need to push beyond the physical and emotional boundaries of the sport. This obsession is mirrored in their romance, which becomes increasingly unhealthy as they both push each other to extremes. Limits and boundaries. The idea of limits is explored both physically and emotionally. Freediving, as a sport, is the perfect metaphor for this. It's about going deeper and deeper, testing the point where the body or mind can no longer cope. As Justine becomes more involved in freediving, she also confronts her own emotional boundaries. Her relationship with Leo tests her limits in a way that feels almost dangerous, pushing her to question her sense of self. Love and self-destruction. The relationship between Justine and Leo is as passionate as it is destructive. Their love is intoxicating, but it becomes increasingly toxic as it starts to erode their sense of self. The film asks the question, when does love become a form of self-destruction? This theme is explored through the highs and lows of their relationship, and it's clear that their intense connection is both a source of strength and weakness. Freedom versus control. Another key theme is the balance between freedom and control. Justine initially craves the freedom to live her life on her own terms, but Leo's control over her life and decisions complicates that. Their relationship blurs the lines between freedom and control, which creates a sense of tension throughout the film. Visually, No Limit is stunning. The underwater cinematography is some of the most breathtaking and immersive I've seen in recent films. The cinematographer uses the vastness of the ocean to mirror the emotional depth of the characters. The contrast between the open sea and the claustrophobic intimacy of the relationship between Justine and Leo is striking. It's a visual representation of the tension between the freedom of the ocean and the suffocation of their obsession. The direction by David M. Rosenthal is effective in building suspense. The pacing can feel slow at times, especially in the first half, as the film takes its time to develop the characters and their relationship. However, once the emotional stakes are raised, the tension becomes palpable, and the visuals and direction work together to heighten the film's sense of dread. How was No Limit received by audiences and critics? Well, the reception was somewhat mixed. Some viewers praised the film for its intense emotional depth, beautiful cinematography, and strong performances, especially from Camille Rowe. However, others felt the pacing was too slow and the characters' motivations didn't always feel authentic. Fans of romantic thrillers and dramas will likely appreciate the psychological complexity of the film, while others may find the relationship dynamics a bit too toxic to root for. Still, there's no denying that the film has sparked plenty of discussions online, especially when it comes to the portrayal of obsession and toxic love. So, that was a deep dive into No Limit, 2022. What did you think of the film? Did you connect with Justine and Leo's relationship, or did you find it too destructive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth analyses and reviews of your favorite films. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.